CFS comments added. CFS comments added.
What y'all got? Huh?
I think he's having a reaction to this message.
He is?
But he's
okay.
He's not in his job. His brother said, well, you started.
Okay.
You don't feel bad or dizzy? Nope. Are you not there?
I got heart trouble. That's it.
What do you want us to evaluate?
He's the captain with the PD. That's what it is. He's has a reaction with the medication that he's on. Hey, brother.
How you doing, sir?
What happened?
You pulled me over for.
Okay. What's going on?
So listen, man. I got this ordinance right here.
Okay.
Stating my red truck and my blue van need to get out of my yard.
Okay.
And then it's got X tires, which I would assume would be the axle.
This right here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I understand it looks trashy, but they're mine, you know.
Yeah.
So I called the law, and he come over here to talk to me.
Okay.
He sat in my driveway, and he was like this for a whole 10 minutes.
Really?
Okay? And I didn't want to knock on the window because what if he's drunk? I mean,
or what if he's, you don't know what's going to happen.
You don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So he finally, his head went like this, and as soon as it went like that, he looked up and told me to come here.
Yeah.
So I went to him. And I got a video from that point on of him literally holding this piece of paper, and he's like...
Can you give me that video?
I've already sent it to him.
Can you send it to us?
I can airdrive it to you, but it won't send it.
So what I think's going on, you remember last time when Gerard stopped him?
I don't remember. Oh, no, yeah, there was a traffic stop.
Yeah, it's the same thing. He's having medical issues right now.
It's just scary.
Why is he 10-8?
Because Bubba and Monkey are both on vacation. And so they put him in charge. And when I called him earlier, I told him, I said, "Dang, you're not accurate."
Yeah.
And he goes, "I just need to go speak with Mr. Barnes." I said, "No, you need to stay home."
Yeah.
And he goes, "Well, I don't want to leave you out there." I said, "I got it." I said, "I'm cool." And he goes, "Well, I got to work." I said, "No, you don't. When you're with stuff like this, or you're having issues with your medicine and stuff, you need to." Because what they're saying, which come over here for me, and I'll talk to them.
Okay.
I just don't want to show you stuff.
Right.
But he said they're saying that he's having seizures.
Okay.
And he's been going to the doctor and having like they can throw him in there.
Okay.
And that's what's going on.
Okay.
But he can't. They can't just throw him off of all at one time. So, but Bubba, I called Bubba, called Jake, called Tim, all my coverage.
Yeah.
And they said to leave his car here, take him home, let him rest, and then when he goes home, his car will be parked at the PD and locked up.
Yeah. Well, I obviously can't tell y'all what to do, but he needs, those guys need to be here working. He don't need to be. He needs medical. That's what he needs. Yeah, he really does. This really looks bad for the community because they see this, they see these videos, and then they think we don't do anything about it. You know?
Right. Well, I explained to him that I said he has some medical conditions going on, you know, but he has been. I've called him twice today, and he has been not good.
Yeah. Do you? What is his main complaint? And just and as far if it's personal, don't tell me. With Daniel, is it or is it seizure related? I was wondering if there was something
that's what I was telling you.
Okay.
They were throwing that when he was going to the doctor. Like, he came back. They're saying that because like he'll go into like a where he don't remember nothing. Yeah. And he's all like slow and sluggish and falling asleep. And then the next minute he'll be great. He'll be good to go. Yeah. And I'm like, "Damn, do you remember what just happened?" Yeah. I don't remember.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he's having some major medical stuff going on with him.
Okay. Jeez.
Bristol's on his way to talk to you about that too. Yeah. But that's what we got told. And when he was pulling up, I was like, no, you're not leaving. So y'all pulled up right in that time. Bubba and Monkey.
Oh, he was
trying to leave.
Yeah,
He's in the ambulance. And I was like, no, you're not leaving.
Yeah. No, we need to
go get checked out. I think they're hooking him up to a heart monitor. I want to make sure everything's great. I think what they were doing, I don't know.
Yeah.
He was, the one blood pressure pill was causing him to get like that.
Okay.
Because they were poisoning him pretty much.
Yeah.
Poisoning his blood. Because he had too much of it in his system. But I don't know. But when he's like, yes, that's why you don't see his car moving around much when he's here, because he rides a monkey around.
Gotcha.
Because Monkey's like, no, I want you to still work, but not by yourself. If you don't, and Monkey told him, I've heard Monkey say, if you don't feel good and you feel like you're feeling bad, stay home.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. What was your name again?
Pollard.
Zach.
Pollard.
Pollard? Okay. Something about really has these adverse reactions. And in the past, what he does is he doesn't actually patrol. He'll ride in the passenger seat. But today, Monkey, which is the chief, Monkey's what's his name? Anthony Monroe, and then Bubba is Blackwood is the assistant chief, and they're both out of town. And so he's running the department today, but he's running primary. So and he had an episode today because of this call that he recorded. I don't know on the medical side, but I think he was fixing to drive off when we got here.
Well, when he seen the ambulance for us, he was parking the road.
He wanted to go that way. And the ambulance was for him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was sitting at the office working on paperwork, and dispatch called me.
Yeah.
I was on the main number, and they were like, hey, I need you to give me 21, so I called them.
Yeah.
And Daniel was having like dozing.
Yeah.
Like, so did he call? Who? Him. Dustin called. Because he was here to talk to him about that ordinance.
That's Dustin up there?
Yes.
Okay, so who called that?
Dustin. Okay. Dustin and dispatch.
Yeah.
You talked to the chief?
I have talked to...
How about talk to
I've
Daniel?
talked to...
Daniel, how you feeling right now?
Headache.
Headache?
Yeah.
What's your main complaint? Do you know when one of these episodes is coming on, or?
Headache and I guess my BP.
And in the hospitals, are they trying different? Okay.
Yeah. I've got a bag of probably 8.
Yeah. I guess.
Yes.
Okay.
That's correct.
Daniel, when's your birthday?
10/25/84.
Just to clarify, you don't want to go to the hospital.
Okay. That's correct. This is a refusal signature saying you don't want us to take you to the hospital. If something changes, you get worse throughout the day, call us. We'll come pick you back up. Just use your phone. Sure you alright?
Yep.
Okay. Change your mind, call us back. Alright.
Thank you, guys.
Hey Daniel, can you step out and step over to the front of my car? So you understand that if I had pulled you over behind the wheel in this condition, you're refusing medical. I don't, and you're behind the wheel. How that looks to the public. You understand that?
Yes.
You would probably arrest me if I were in this condition. You would probably arrest another motorist if he was in that condition. Do you understand? Because that's what we have to do. We have to take care of the public, and sometimes it's us. You have got to get whatever it is worked out. I don't think you're a bad person at all. I just think you're in a position, an impossible position, because you're trying to get all these, you're trying to get some health issues lined out that it's trial and error. We don't never know until we get that right, until that gets us back on planed out to where we don't have to worry about these episodes. Have they ruled out heart condition, or have they told you anything?
No.
They don't. So we don't know at all.
No.
What kind of medications have they told you, like, that the medications that you're on? Have they told you that there's yeah.
Clonidine. Man, there's a bunch.
Yeah. So
And usually in like 10, 15 minutes,
yeah.
it's completely gone.
Yeah. You care to just hang out for just a second? This is one of my supervisors over here. He's on like 8 different meds, and he refused medical.
Okay.
So
Do you think he's intoxicated?
I can't drive.
Okay, but there's different things you do that right. Run PVP on it, or you don't think it's alcohol?
I don't think it's alcohol. I just think it's a combination of all these meds he's on.
Okay.
And he's freely admitted that. And he doesn't want to go with them.
Is it narcotic?
It's a bunch of, if you want to listen to the team, is one of them. Hey Daniel, tell him this is Sergeant Schultz with Troop B. Hey, tell him the list of meds that you just told me about. Because when you got on the scene of this call, my caller says that you were basically you were just kind of dazed, for lack of better words, lethargic and kind of dazed, like dozed off, like head down in the seat, and he was afraid to knock on the door to startle you, but he was concerned enough to call the ambulance. That episode, could you feel that coming on? Describe that episode. Was that?
I honked the horn.
Yeah.
Asked for him to come out.
Yeah.
And then he never came out. I guess he was behind the vehicle.
Okay.
And then he came up later.
Okay.
Okay. When he came up later, what happened?
He handed me a whole bunch of files.
Paperwork.
Yeah. It was ordinances and stuff like that.
Sure. Okay. What did that? Tell me about the rest of that interaction.
I read them. And then you guys showed up.
Okay.
okay right now?
Do what?
You feel pretty good right now?
I'm a little shaky, but
Okay.
that's probably because of my heightened blood pressure. But it'll go down.
Okay. We can knock the HGN out, portion out real quick, but just if you don't care, just remove the hat and you sit right there. That way I can get a good shot at your pupils. What you're gonna do, Daniel, is just stand right here, face me. If you can stand right here, just put your feet together, heel to heel, toe to toe. Just keep your arms down at your side and just keep your head perfectly still. Just follow the tip of my finger. Can you see the tip of my finger? You're gonna follow the tip of my finger. It's gonna probably go out of your line of sight. Follow it as best you can. Okay, just keep your head perfectly still. I'm gonna do that one more time. Straight up. This will go out of your line of sight. Just follow as best you can, okay? Perfect. Thank you, Daniel. What we're going to do now is we're going to imagine there's a line between my unit and this unit. Just place your left foot on that imaginary line and then put your right foot in front of that left foot. If you could just hold this position for me. You'll have to step away from the car just a tad. There you go. Daniel, what you're going to do is just relax your arms down at your side. You're going to take a series of 9 heel-to-toe steps in this manner right here. I'll just demonstrate a portion of the test for you, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to count each step just like, well, you'll have to hold that position for me. So here's what you'll do. 1, 2, 3. Daniel, I took 3 steps. You're going to take 9. What you do is leave your lead foot planted and take your series of small steps with your other foot and come back down the same line. 1, 2, 3. So what you're going to do is watch your feet as you're walking, count each step aloud, and just keep your arms down at your side for me, okay? All right. Just whenever you're ready, you'll want to go ahead and start with your right foot, so that way your first step is your left foot. Does that make sense? So here you are in your starting position. I want your first step to be right here, 1. So it's your left foot. Does that make sense? There you go. Yeah, place your right. Perfect. Now just take those. Just count each step for me. 1. Now what this test will be called face me. Put your feet together like so. You're going to pick one of your feet. It could be your left foot or your right foot. It doesn't matter. But just keep your arms down at your side, and with your other foot just lift it about 6 inches off the ground, and just point your foot and count aloud 1001, 1002, 1003, in that manner like that. I'm going to time you. Just go until I tell you to stop. Okay.
I have a
Would it be an issue to do you not need to do the test, or does it cause pain? I guess
I can try it.
Okay, so this is all you're going to do is just if you decide on a foot and it hurts, try the other foot. It does. I won't count it against you. Just whichever foot you want to do. Just
it goes down the left.
Okay, whenever you're ready. Just count aloud for me.
4, 5.
going to do is I'd like to request a test from you. We'll see. Probably blood is what we'll go.
Okay.
I think it's probably the best way. I don't suspect it's alcohol at all. I just think it's probably a combination of these meds you're taking and what you described to us. But yeah, I don't feel like you need to be driving at all. I think you need to, if anything, you need to talk to them about. Well, that's none of my business, but I think you need to. I think you need to take care of yourself first. So let's go ahead and we'll head back here, and I'll let you ride up here to the county with me, okay? I'll get all that from you back here. Well, actually, does all this stuff clip off?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. Give me 1 second, okay? Yeah, buckle that up. Can y'all get the car squared away? I'm gonna take him up there. Can I talk to him? Absolutely. Let me roll his window down. Yeah.
No, just get my car. I'll be back. Yeah.
No. Yeah, I'll just go over to the county. I figure what I'll do is I guess I'll do breath and just request urine. Is urine better for the...
Urine blood.
Okay.
I wouldn't do breath.
White blood. Yeah.
I would do blood or urine.
I'll have to just get a warrant for his...
Unless he consents.
For the blood?
Yep.
Okay.
He can consent to the blood, you can do urine. If he refuses urine,
Okay.
refuses urine, you can do refusal.
Okay.
Refuses blood, but how do you do it?
Yeah. I'm trying to think if I have that form. I think I do. The consent form on the rights.
Oh yeah, I got it.
Okay. Let me see what I got here.
Go ahead.
Please respond to 807 Southeast 2nd Street, 807 Southeast 2nd Street, Independence County. Received a third-party call from male subject there refusing to allow his wife to leave. Have taken her keys and her phone.
10-4. If you would, give me just a minute. I'll give you a 21, or if you would, call 305. Okay.
Correct. Yeah. Just ask for that.
I mean, you can go.
305 told us he was not
Actually,
available.
You can go straight to here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
10-4. He is right now. If you don't care, go ahead and call him on cell, please.
Hey, Daniel. Would you consent to a blood test? I'm going to read these rights to you. We'll just skip all this and go straight to the blood. That way we just go straight to the hospital. And we just get that blood draw. All right. You've read this 1,000 times. It says you're advised that any person who operates towards an actual physical control of a motorboat or motor vehicle in the state is deemed to have given consent to one or more chemical tests of his or her breath, saliva, or urine for the purpose of determining the alcohol or controlled substance content in his or her breath or blood if the person is, number one, involved in an accident or operating or an actual physical control of a motor boat on the waters of the state or a motor vehicle, or the person is arrested for any offense arising out of an act alleged to have been committed while the person was driving or boating while intoxicated, or driving or boating while there was an alcohol concentration of 800 or more in the person's breath or blood, or at the time the person is arrested for driving or boating while intoxicated, the law enforcement officer has a reasonable cause to believe that the person while operating or in actual physical control of a motor boat on the waters of the state or a motor vehicle is intoxicated or has an alcohol concentration of 800 or more in the person's breath or blood. And I'm skipping these two because we're over 21, but it says if you refuse to take a chemical test, none will be given, but you would subject yourself to the penalties provided by law, which includes, but is not limited to, the suspension. I got ready because I know the lawyers will ask if we read this. The suspension or revocation of your driving privileges, or if you are a CDL holder, the disqualification of your CDL privileges. If you choose to take in a chemical test and the results reflect an alcohol concentration of 800 or more of the person's presence of a controlled substance or any other intoxicant, your driving privilege would be suspended or revoked. If you're the holder of the CDL, your commercial driving privilege will get suspended. I'm skipping those two. It says if you take the chemical test requested by law enforcement, you may also at your own expense have a physician, registered nurse, lab technician, or other qualified person of your choice administer an initial chemical test. The arresting law enforcement agency will assist you in obtaining such a test if you choose to have an additional test and are later found not guilty of a violation of the INOS DWI or BWI Act or the underage DUI or BUI law for this arrest. I hate the terminology on this. It's hard to say. The arresting law enforcement agency will reimburse you for the cost of the additional test. In other words, you get a test, you can have one trick to it. Do you understand all parts of these rights? And what I'm going to ask is, I guess I got to get an answer here first. Let's check initial, where I read these. And then that question down there where it says, do you understand all parts of these rights? You just answer yes or no. Oh, this last one in here. And it says, do you understand all parts of these rights? Will you take, so it says, will you take the test? And I'm just going to ask for blood. It's actually right down here. Let's leave this. This is a voluntary. It says optional blood test if you voluntarily consent. If you are asked whether you consent to a blood test, you understand that you do not have to consent to such a test. A blood test will only be taken if you voluntarily agree or a search warrant is issued. Furthermore, you understand that if you choose to withhold consent to a blood test, you will not suffer criminal penalties if your driver refuses to do, and you will not be suspended or qualified. In other words, you can reject this, and you wouldn't suffer the penalties of that suspension period it's talking about up there. Just because the blood test is more invasive.
I know I'm not on any narcotics, so I do have a lawyer. Should I talk to her?
Totally up to you. So, my job here, it ends where I just want to make sure that you understand the rights, that you have the right to refuse. What I always want to do is ask you if you voluntarily consent to the blood test. But with what I'll just go ahead and tell you is with my testimony on the standardized field sobriety, I believe I'll get a warrant. And if you want to hold off on this, let me get the warrant and show and have the warrant for you before we take the blood. We can do that. This is strictly voluntary. That's strictly a consent. Just like a vehicle search consent, you can revoke it at any time.
Always 15, always 13.
I'm sorry, did
If we go up there, and obviously I'll have blood pressure medication, but there's nothing else, narcotics, am I still going to be arrested for DWI?
You're under the arrest. You're under arrest at this point for the presumption of DWI. Yes. But are you asking if we're going to put this on Facebook and make this all public or something? No, that's not what we're going to do. Would we be able to hold off on a charge until we have his blood? We can ask to do that, Daniel, just because of who we are. I wouldn't want that out there if when I had my day in court that, you know. Yeah, we'll just go straight to the hospital. We'll just do that. All right, Daniel, we're going to ride up to the hospital and we'll talk to you up there, okay? All right. Oh, yeah, make sure your seatbelt. You were a second ago, but yeah, he consented. He hesitated for a minute, but he decided to go ahead and do it. We'll do the blood draw, and I understand his concern. He's like, would I be charged? Because he says, I know there's going to be the way he's performed on that.
I know.
Yeah.
So Devin Holder, prosecutor here.
Okay.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. They asked that he not be taken to Lawrence County.
Okay.
So I'm gonna work on that part, and I'm gonna follow you up to the hospital.
Okay.
My wife works at the district clerk's office.
Okay.
I'm assuming that this ticket will go there.
Shoot, Daniel, man, I don't know. Do you know the tag number on your patrol unit that you were driving?
I don't. We just got him.
Okay.
I wrote a grant for him. I can get it to you.
You have your phone on you?
No, I do not.
What's Jake? Is it Jake? Do you know Jake's number by heart?
No.
Okay. We'll swing by and get it.
So no matter that I'm clear of all narcotics, I'm probably still getting arrested.
Daniel, the problem is going to be, like, you and I can sit here and pontificate, you know, whether or not we feel that a particular medication is or is not contributing to our sobriety, I guess, for lack of better terms. But we go by the road test, we go by the standardized field sobriety, just for that reason, because everybody we encounter says that, and they'll say, well, I'm prescribed that. And a lot of times that's true, but what we can't not, we're not doctors and we're not pharmacists, so we don't really, and we're definitely not medical experts, so we don't really know what causes us to demonstrate these signs that we are trained to look for. So it's kind of hard to say until we get the actual blood results back from the crime lab, because I don't know. Maybe there is something in there that maybe, while it's not directly classified as a narcotic, could be throwing clues that we're not aware of. And you know that you performed poorly on that test. The public, anybody would look at that test and say, yeah, he's showing clues. It might not be a narcotic per se, but it could be an adverse reaction because of the combination of meds we're taking. It's just, we don't know.
Well, you also know that, I don't know if you were working back then, but I got a broken neck, broken orbital socket, nerves to my hands and my arms.
Was this the fight on the overpass?
Yes, it was.
I was working. That was 2019 or 2020, wasn't it?
It was 2021.
Yeah, that's right, because that was right in the middle of COVID.
Yeah, it was June 2021.
Yeah, so
I can articulate why my legs don't work the way they're supposed to.
Yeah. I do remember that, man. I wish I had been there.
I never had any problems, even blood pressure problems, until I got attacked.
Dang.
Chauncey unit.
Go ahead.
They'll need someone to respond to the 807 Southeast 2nd Street.
And I know you don't want to do this. It's not your fault.
No, I don't.
Appreciate you being cordial.
Not sure why I'm still. What time did I advise? 10:15.
109.
10:4. I'll be 10:6. Lawrence Memorial. So we just go back here to the back part.
Thank you.